승부석 2.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the KeSPA Cup. We are potentially one game away from crowning our foreign champion of the KeSPA Cup if he can pull off the 4-0 against Trap. It is Neeb, the hero of the night. Everybody's in the stream watching. Glad to have you guys watching this with us, experiencing this with us. It's been a great night so far, Wolf.
We are going into Apotheosis. This is Neeb's map pick. Here we stand at the KeSPA Cup Grand Finals. He is one win away from eliminating a Korean pro, a top-tier pro in a Korean Grand Finals. He'll be the first foreigner ever to do so in StarCraft 2 in a Korean league. And this is his map choice, the most banned map of the tournament. And we're going to play on it. We're going into it.
And he picks it, you know. He must have something prepared. Very curious to see what it is, and I'm sure that Trap is not going to be too practiced on this map. I'm sure he's played it a bunch of times, but not as much as the other maps. And Neeb, what is he going to pull out here? Whatever sage advice, we said this before, whatever the coach said to Trap before game number 3 did not help. Neeb actually crushed him in game number 3. Can Neeb get the clean sweep here going into game number 4? Let's jump into Apotheosis for what could be our final map of the night.
아포테오시스로 떠납니다.
Here we are on Apotheosis for game number 4. Down in the bottom right, 3 wins in a row. He is Neeb.
Huge cheer from the crowd for this player. He is the favorite here, even on Korean soil. Smiling.
Talking to himself, too.
I think he's mouthing one more game. The top left, in green. His opponent needs a reverse sweep. 4-0 back-to-back. It is Trap. This type of reverse sweep has only happened in a few StarCraft 2 finals before. Very rare, but very possible. It is doable. The momentum is stacked against him now on Neeb's map choice, Apotheosis. This is insane what we are witnessing today. I know the kind of theme of the internet right now is history is being made, but it certainly is.
Expect the unexpected, too. You know, the motto here of KeSPA Cup. One of our foreign players coming over, Nurgio, did not get out of groups, neither did Marine Lord, but Neeb is now in the finals and is 1 game away from winning. We had 1 foreign player step up to the challenge, and he has nearly done more than that at this point. Just 1 game away. I'm losing my voice as the hype levels increase.
You better hope this doesn't go to Game 7. I know the foreign fans
start squeaking like a little duck toy or something. That's what this is going to come to.
I've been there before. The foreign fans, of course, hoping this does not go to Game 7. They want Neeb to take this 4-0. We all knew Neeb was the favorite going into this best of 7, but no one, I feel, expected it to be this one-sided.
Yeah. Imagine what this finals could have been, too, if TY defeated Trap. Like, maybe we could have had TY up 3-0, and maybe Neeb doesn't do it. But that's not the case here. You know, history is being made because of the situation we're in right now. And it's so fun to watch and cast this as it is coming in. For, I think, the first time in the series, and maybe even the entire tournament, Protoss is getting a Nexus ahead of Neeb.
Yep.
And that is Trap.
He canceled his units to get the Nexus first. Is going straight into Stalkers. Neeb is going over to scout this. No one has ever been able to deny Neeb a scout in PvP with his Adepts, not a single time in this tournament. And the same will hold true here in this game as well. As he comes over to scout that Nexus from Trap. Nothing he can do to punish it right away. but he may get a good trade because he's known for that. All right, this Stalker walks out alone, though. It's enough to push these adepts back, but he will shade towards the main base. This Stalker and the Mothership Core are here. They will cancel those as a result. Back at home, Neeb has the faster Robo. No surprise there. Cutting a few units in order to do this. He knows he doesn't need the Stalkers out in order to defend anything right now because of the early Nexus from Trap. He doesn't need Stalkers against Oracles or any Phoenix play or some sort of attack that's going to come up. So it makes sense for him to grab this Robo right away, even cutting unit production to do so.
Yeah. I want to take a second before this game gets too underway to say something that Kenzie actually tweeted. If Neeb gets through here and does win, he will be in a group with Zest, Patience, and Snoot. A group that I think he will absolutely dominate. 2 Protosses and a Zerg. A foreign Zerg at that. You know, Snoot's a great player, but Neeb is proving to be on another level from everybody else, and that means he'll also be in first place in terms of WCS points.
That's right. If he wins this, he gets first place in circuit points, you know, for the circuit league. Obviously, we have split points for Koreans and foreigners, but this will put him in first place, the victory here. And, you know, all this stuff is really important and incredible, but if he wins this, he will also be the first foreign StarCraft 2 Pro to take a Korean tournament. That is insane. A bigger feat than anyone else has ever been able to do. Making it here to the finals means he's surpassed Jinro in that regard. And now that he is in this this finals, he's up 3-0. I could have never imagined when we were told who qualified for this tournament. I thought to myself, well, Neeb, I think he could get out of groups.
Yeah.
And we were excited about the possibility of that. All right, here's the Stalker's actually going to catch this Prism. This is great for Trap. Neeb will certainly lose this. And will lose the Adept as well. One of first misstep, perhaps, in this entire series.
Great positioning there on the Stalkers by Trap. I'm not sure if he knew the War Prism was going to be there at that time, but just coming around that angle does snipe that out. Very nicely done.
We talked about this is the first time in the series we have a faster Nexus from Trap than Neeb, but in this game it's the first time Neeb has the faster +1 on his Forge, so he's going to have that up a little bit earlier. Trap is rushing very quickly into Disruptor Tech, and with that big hit on the Warp Prism, that little small lead he's going to get in the early game, this will really allow him to kind of roll with it into this Disruptor Tech without any problems for the time being. Even if Neeb were to attack him right now, by the time he got across the map, he would have 1 Disruptor. He's even going to take a 3rd base here. Now, once he gets his 2nd Disruptor, he starts to get his 3rd base saturated. He's going to be in a great spot. This is, mind you, a gold base on this map. He's taking as his 3rd, so he's going to have a lot of extra resources to work with. Neeb gets +2 immediately, gets the Glaives, and again, with that snipe on the Warp Prism, not only is this the first game he really isn't able to put pressure on, he's behind in workers, but he does not have any vision, so he doesn't really know what's happening. He doesn't know there's Disruptor Tech. He doesn't know this 3rd base is here. He's on his way to scout this with this, Adept to the top right, but he hasn't been able to get in there. And his Observer, in fact, I think it's right here. Yeah, he's going to snipe this Observer with it.
Oh, 1 hit away. Just barely not enough. And Neeb here, he takes that 3rd base, but he's not making any more probes. Kind of interesting. Maybe he'll just, transfer some over from one of the other bases and go for an attack, because he made so many gateways, and he has a very high immortal count as well. He's remaking that Prism as well.
He also has the Temple Archives on the way, which can allow him to reinforce with the gas bank he has with Archons. And you don't need as many probes to saturate a gold base as you do a regular base. So I think your assessment of the situation is very correct. He's going to line this +2 with a Warp Prism, lining them up together. And this could be a tough hold for Trap. But remember, he's got those Disruptors I was talking about already by the time the pressure comes across. Observer control here is so important. Oh, he's going to get it, I think. Down it go. Oh, the Guardian Shield saved 1 more shot. Oh my god. Neeb is a literal god. But 2 Disruptors out. 3rd one nearly done.
Oh, coming in here.
Going to try to target some probes down. Stalker's actually pushing this away.
It's 2.
Should just commit to 3rd and 4th if he can.
Yeah. Neeb always does this with his Adepts in the mid-game where he tries to snipe workers. Not only does it get economic damage, but it gets the army kind of out of position. Wastes a blink, stuff like this. And now with +2 resonating glaives, it looks like he wants to hit this timing I was talking about. Trap does see this, though.
He has a massive lead in upgrades. He's going to shade on top of the disruptor so they cannot be used to fight. Here we go. Shades in. First one goes off here before the shade. Now he can just complete the shade. Okay, cancels.
I think the rest of his army was too far away. You know, it's good zoning here by Trap with the disruptors, and now he's on this little bridge. He's got to walk away.
Oh, he's in this choke point on the bridge. A concave here for Trap almost here. He has the better positioning. The disruptors come back down. Neeb with a large amount of units with a great upgrade advantage, but Trap is pushing this back.
Trap is pushing it back, but all the Immortals here for Neeb are doing a ton of damage and are totally protected behind these other units.
He needs more Novas. He needs more Novas. He cannot be stepping down right here. He might lose a tournament over this. The shade comes in. Will he commit? Will he commit? No, he cancels most. He will bring 2, so he can one-shot probes. Looking to perhaps move forward again, though. He has an Adept drop moving around the right side. +2 on the way for Trap now. He's only 1 set of upgrades down. He's also getting his glaives. He needs to survive or do pressure with his disruptors during this period, this vulnerable time. Looks like Neeb is content to back off, though. Take more probes and maybe even get a 4th base. This probe going to scout this actually will be cleared up.
That was too dangerous of a situation, you know. Uh-oh. War Prism goes down. 4 Adepts and maybe even 5 and 6 coming your way. One will kind of get out here.
Yeah, it looks like somehow
will survive.
Going the other way, trick and trap a little bit. You can see on Neeb's face, if you look at the player cam, this is the most shaken he's looked this entire series. He knows he's had a little bit of trouble. His attack was well timed. The execution of Trap's defense, though, was so solid he could not break through when he wanted to. And now Trap, with a large army advantage and a massive Stalker count, 21 with Disruptor support, can simply drop Purification Novas in and then blink forward. He's looking for this attack. There are several Immortals in this comp. He wants to bait out barriers, gets 2 of them. And here come the Disruptors.
Here they come. Disruptors being made by Neeb as well. And keep in mind, he's been the best with this Disruptor control.
Oh, blink forward, or excuse me, blink back there away from Neeb's army. Good dodge there, also saves his Disruptors. With a clump of Disruptors here of Trap, if he makes a mistake, he could lose all of them like this! Oh,
that was so close.
So close! Oh my God, it could happen again. I feel like he needs to spread those out. You know, that is so risky.
He really does. I mean, it's hard to control the Disruptors, but it is so crucial to winning the game that you do not lose all your Disruptors. Very obviously here.
He's keeping a million gas on the size of a pylon, basically. This is insane what he's doing. Now, Neeb holds this off. Very impressive micro again. We do see Trap warp in 4 DTs, though. And will this be scouted? It looks like to the left of the map, the Prism will be. And he's actually going to maybe try to kill these or just go somewhere else, okay. Trap does see this 4th base for Neeb to the right side. He also has some unit, probably an Adept, to the bottom left to deny another base from being planted there. +3 on the way for both players at the same time here. So Trap has equaled up the upgrades right now. He has a much larger army. And it looks like he wants to smash this 4th base over here. There's not a whole lot of defenses set up. Neeb is out of position. He's going to have to go up a ramp and around a corner here. Just shooting out these blind, trying to block this army from getting into position.
Here's the target on the Nexus. Is he going to commit? No. Going to back off.
Nearly gets it. We're going to see a 4 DD drop. He's going to commit to the cannons here. Should be able to snipe them. This is a big problem for Neeb. Overcharges go down, but it's too late. He does not have detection. This pylon will be the next to be targeted. Trap's coming around again here. He could trap this army with a blink.
All the pylons are being focused down. Does he have an observer? That is the question. He's got 1. It's going back.
50 army supply ahead right now.
Warp denied.
Oh, he's getting this down here. The observer comes back, but the robo will go down, it looks like, whether it's powered or not. Trap with his large army starting to target down Disruptors as well. Gets 1, blinks away, loses some Adepts. He's going to have to back off, though.
Nice blink away here from Neeb. Not going to lose his Disruptors as well. Trap with the army supply lead here. Neeb trying to go in and go for those blinks, those snipes that he's shown so many times in these series.
So critical that Neeb saves that 4th base. Remember, in this late game, 1 mistake can make the difference of 50, 40, 30. In this case, supply, if you get the right hit. If your opponent makes a mistake or you make the right choice, if you make that right micro decision, you can win a game this far down. Neeb is absolutely still in this game. And keeping that base alive is the first step. This Stalker continuing to block this Nexus location, and in fact also continuing to, there's a Warp Prism continuing to warp in over there for Harass. And that's going to be the next base that Neeb will take. Trap is the first to drop a 5th Nexus, though, with the pressure he has. 13 Disruptors to 6. Double, more than double what Neeb has. But we'll see if he can somehow pull up a miracle here. He's using that Oracle he's so famous for in this tournament to gain vision and predict where the units of Trap will be. Already this army moving now around the left side.
He wants to take a fight. He feels very confident right now. I feel like the 3 Immortals are more key than they look like. You know, they don't go down as easily to Disruptors. He's very good with the control, keeping them back. And they just do so much damage against, you know, even though Trap has the army supply lead, it's mostly in Stalkers, 7 more Stalkers, and the Disruptors as well. Can't fail to mention that. But, you know, the Immortals are just going to be so key in killing all of those Stalkers, especially if Trap goes for a risky blink onto the army. Really discourages him from going for something like that.
Yeah, it's absolutely correct. Okay, this one's going to eat a few Stalkers. Okay, 1 Stalker, 1 Adept. Oracle comes in, scouts the army. Trap taking a page out of Neeb's book here. Ooh, never want to go down this bridge with Disruptors. That is such a risky choice.
Has he outmaneuvered him?
He's just outmaneuvered.
Has
Trap
he done
here.
it?
He's coming in. Okay, these 2 Disruptors here. Can he target them down? Oh, a money hit here. He loses so many of his Disruptors, but Trap is out of position. He has to go through this choke point. He just has too many units, so Neeb is going to give up the position. He's going to give up the position here.
Needs to zone with the Disruptors.
Yeah, I think he needs to use 1 Nova to push him back.
Trap on the chase, but not going to be able to catch up to these units.
Good staggered hits from both. Trap going to have charge and +1 armor. Charge can allow him to use the 1,700 minerals he has right now to just drop Zealots down, to harass multiple locations, to control the map, but also to get on top of Disruptors and nullify their ability to do
Use
damage.
warp in of 10 Zealots down the bottom left, as you were saying, with that Warp Prism.
Okay, Trap, the larger army, you know, quite significantly here, coming over, killing a few more Stalkers. His Disruptors in a risky position, but they're also in a more position to do damage here with the control he has. Oh, close calls there, but good hits for Neeb.
Huge hit for Neeb. I think he killed about 4 Disruptors there with that 1 hit. Travis got 10 Disruptors, but they're not all with this army. I only see 3.
Yeah, I think the rest of them are back at home. Okay, he's going to fight this. Neeb is actually just going to attack into this, going for this Disruptor shot.
Oh, the
Trap
last second blink.
Trap blinks back. Neeb has a larger army. He's going to catch another Disruptor. He's going to get 2. Gets it before the Stalkers die.
So
Trap
confident. Look at these Disruptors. They're not with the
army.
army.
Not with the army. They were not with the army. Neeb is going across. Neeb is going across. He was behind all game long, and now he's taking the lead.
That he has.
Stasis
Swords coming down here, trying to blink to get that. It catches 4 Stalkers. A very small number, but decent.
Yeah, still helpful. Definitely still helpful. Going to kill this Disruptor here before its Nova goes off. If he had hit the Disruptors with the Stasis Ward, he might win the game off of it. He's now able to secure a 5th base, not where the Prism is, but towards the north. Coming over here to attack once more, grabbing the vision, so he knows where to send his Disruptors. This Zealot stops the second Stasis.
Nice by Trap. He's identifying where that is. Takes a nice hit there on the Disruptor as well.
Dead even are these supplies, are the economies, are the resources on the resource tab. This game is as close as it gets. Neeb has fought his way back in this series.
Well, he blinks forward. Oh, it's going to be a big chunk taken out of Neeb's army.
Neeb now with a much smaller army after that hit. Trap going to get another good one here. Trap just has the better Disruptor count now that they're all with his army. And obviously it's much easier to take a fight with Disruptors on the defense than it is on the offense. He's also bleeding Zealots off over here. But this is not going to be... Oh! Hold that thought! Huge hits here. Now the Zealot harass he's using is not going to be very effective once he starts running out of money. He had 1,700 mils in the bank, now down to 500. So he needs to be careful how much he's using those for, because they're not getting that much value anymore. In fact, it looks like this Prism may just finally be cleaned off the map.
It looks like Neeb is taking a step back. He was putting on a lot of pressure, and now he's going to take 2 bases at the same time, actually. And if he gets 4 more gas, he can definitely begin the transition into Tempest if he does want to go down that path. So we'll see if that comes in a little bit later. But this base out here is a little bit vulnerable. It's very close to Trap, but it is on the high ground. Blink forward. Nice splits here. Only loses about 2 or 3 Stalkers.
Yeah, still loses a few. Charge is going to be done here for Neeb shortly. He does have that tech going for him. Shield's coming up here. Ooh, catching these Oracles would be nice. Barely does not get the second barely does not get that second one. Now controlling both sides. This would be an unwise move for Trap to go down that bridge. It looks like Neeb is
caught. The disruptor ball.
Oh my god.
It's moving towards.
Oh my god. He drops out the Novas first. And Neeb cannot commit. A tense moment there, though. Disruptor count's dead even between these two players. The much larger Stalker count for Trap, though.
Fantastic defense out of Neeb all game long. Does not go down to Zealot Harass. Does not go down to Stalkers trying to go away. Disruptor shot. Does not hit. Blinks away.
Trap just has the more mobile army, and you're going to start to see that more and more as we go on here. He splits. He sends these Stalkers to the left side. He's going to try to deny this Nexus. The Observer will see this. Neeb will need to respond. He is sending this army over here. He will deny this. Meanwhile, Disruptor's here for Trap. Oh, caught! Oh my god, this could be it! He denies it. Close call there again for Trap.
Another one coming out here is going to barely miss. Neeb has split his army nearly in half, and I think Trap has identified this. He wants to take the fight over here at this Nexus.
Trap is stacking his Disruptors up so much here. It's so risky. The Stalkers blink in, though. He has a much larger count of them. All the Disruptors here at the back for Trap can continue to drop Novas, and they do. Another blink away. Neeb needs to get the rest of his army up here. It's coming back after defending that base to the bottom left.
Needs to group his army. He will lose this Nexus. And that is a big moment there for Trap, taking control of this game. 14 Disruptors to 4.
Kills this Nexus. Neeb may be worn down from here. He does have, you know, the better Stalker count, but it's only slight. Okay, blinks forward in here, using that for a moment. He doesn't have blink on, it's on cooldown. Okay, walks away. Good move here. Gonna grab the Oracle of Trap.
He's got more Stalkers.
Army with his Stalkers.
He's got more Stalkers. Oh, the Disruptor balls, but he blinks past, kills both Disruptors.
Not the first time he's done that in this tournament. Now going to try to catch these on the high ground, going around a ramp. Such a risky move here. He's trying to stagger these off. He's so confident. He gets 2, and not a single Stalker dies. Not a single one.
Is he going to commit? When is he going to commit? That is the question.
Neeb is fighting battles. He is fighting and winning battles with a fourth the Disruptor count of Trap sometimes. Now with these hits, he's at half, but he has the better Stalker count. He's more confident. I feel like with how he's playing, his Disruptor micro is almost twice as good as Trap's. He's never got them fully stacked up like Trap has either. Okay, moving them away here. A few Stalkers go down. Trap backing off. The tag is real. +2.
Very real.
+2 shields. Coming up here a little bit faster for Neeb, but Trap will have the +1 for his.
One Disruptor kind of left alone. Could have been the hero Disruptor, not going to go for it. These Stalkers still do have blink.
Yes. Cannot use it incorrectly. Oh, see? Even though he dodges the shot, he is going to eat some damage.
A big hit, though! A huge hit on the Stalkers of Trap.
Okay, here we go. The blink advantages are in Neeb's favor. He staggered his blinks better, and he's actually out-controlling this. Now moving across to the bottom left, this Zealot Harass will be shut down. It's scouted by that Observer. Neeb always has such good vision control in this matchup. He makes this investment totally worthless, totally wasted.
He never gets caught off guard by any of that. I swear he stares at the minimap the entire time. Here we go!
Okay, a few Disruptors and Neebs go down. He kills a few Stalkers of Traps. Mothership Core gonna get sniped here. Oh, and two more Disruptors. This game is so close. This game is so crazy, but Neeb has control right now. He's going to hit this sixth base, excuse me, as we go into this supreme late game, this 22-minute game, going now into this Nexus. He will snipe it. He's zoning. One Nova after another. Trap cannot get in. He cannot use his Disruptors. He's going to commit to this one, and he's going to get several. And the Nexus is actually
huge hit there! About 6 of those Disruptors being caught by one Purification Nova.
The Nexus lives, but he's going to go around. He's going to try to control the high ground. He's going to try to snipe probes here. And
he's going to surround.
Oh, sick dodge! Targeting now several Disruptors.
Trap is falling apart. The Disruptors, they might be able to win this fight here for Neeb.
But the Zealots come in from behind on top of this army. Neeb needs good shots. There's the first one. But Trap may have too much. It looks like he does. Blinks forward on top of these Disruptors. 1, 2, 3 of them going to go down. One Nova does connect here. Can he recover? Can he survive? Can he keep this army together? Trap is on a warpath. He wants to win his first game in this series.
Another Disruptor shot in and gets the majority of those Zealots there. Neeb chunking down the army, even though he was on the run and he lost the majority of his disruptors.
He's going to have a few more. 2 more about to pop out. Trap wants to get this base before it goes down, but it has +2 shields. It's going to stay alive a little bit longer. And he does back off. Tag goes down. This Nova zones him out. He wants this Nexus so bad. Oh, this Nova gets a huge amount of value. And he does not get the Nexus. The Nexus survives, but he may just have lost too much.
Neeb's still on the warpath, as you were saying. Still very aggressive here. Not able to get that disruptor. There he goes with the Shade in.
Okay, Shade's in. He's going to do one more shot. The Stalkers blink away. Trap's starting to get a lot of value here as this army gets whittled down as disruptors come across the map. This Nexus is so low. Everything on the map is starting to mine out as well. You know, Trap, his bases at the top right are getting low too. He might even want to think about taking another Nexus. He's even going to start long distance mining here.
Look at the bank right now for Trap. The one for Neeb is slightly bigger, and he's got more mining. He has about 14 more probes, so he's doing a better job with his economy. He can reinforce a lot better than Trap can right now in this game.
Okay, Trap needs to kill this Nexus, I feel. If he doesn't kill this Nexus, Neeb is going to recover back to where he was with the bank he has. Seven disruptors against his 4. Neeb has been taking fights consistently throughout this 4th game here, while down in army supply, while down in disruptors, and he continues to do so. Look at this control, out of this world, out of this world. I'm speechless. Okay, he's gonna Shade here for vision, trying to set up purification of.
The line of sight blocker
staggers them. Good control here by Trap though. Loses only 3 stalkers for that snipe. Oh! The observer gives him vision over the line of sight. He sees this coming.
And Trap had one too. It does go down, but he didn't see that coming. That is for sure.
I wish he would just press L. I want to know how much money has been lost this game. I don't even want to know. Actually, I take it back.
Okay, Neeb, he's going to bring back his, really token economic harasser with a large number of adepts going towards that 6th base.
The amount of adepts killed in this game. Oh, hold that thought.
A blink
forward. Okay, targets that one down, cancels the Nova. This one, though, he will have to avoid.
Look at the supplies right now. Neeb is up 50. He's killing a bunch of these probes. Trap is on the run.
He could potentially shade in. Trap just lost so much economy for so long. I don't know what that is. You're not going to hit anything here, but zoning a little bit. Zoning a little bit here. He's going to get this Nexus. Trap is on the ropes. He needs to win a fight. His economy's in tatters. He's out of probes here as well. Blinks back instead of forward here. And it gets one more Stalker. One more Stalker. Neeb has control. Neeb knows.
Revelation on that army, and a couple more disruptor shots, and this game may be over. We could have our first foreign champion of SC2.
8-4. 8-4. Neeb's been winning fights with half the disruptor count of Trap all game long. Can Trap do what Neeb has done this entire game and win a fight while down in disruptors? We're about to find out. If he cannot, you are absolutely right. Okay, get just 2 disruptors for free. That's huge. But it's one step of many he will have to take to come back in this game where he has no economy. He's down to 35 probes. He's almost mined out on all his bases. Neeb has a fresh base at the 9 o'clock. He hasn't been taking the gases there yet.
Very true. I mean, that's where Neeb has got the biggest lead here in this game. Outside of that, he has a lot more of adepts here, 19-1, although Trap does have more stalkers. Neeb has got a couple more disruptors. Here we go, another fight.
He's going to commit. Trap has to blink away. A few more stalkers go down. He cannot be losing anything right now. Okay, big attempts here. Gets a good trade. Backs off. Trap can still win this game, absolutely. But he's on the clock here. He needs to win a good fight. He needs to hope for Neeb's mistake while also doing perfect disruptor shots. Perfect disruptor shots is what he's going to need.
That's incredibly hard. Here we go once again. The economy that was in tatters is about to get torn apart here. Once again, one of the only mining bases here for Trap is going to be totally killed.
One of the only bases mining now is no longer. Oh, gets one more disruptor here. He just has so many more Novas than Trap does. And he's just so careful. He's so careful. This one goes down. He's got the cog up at the top of the ramp. Here comes another one. He gets one adept. This is trading cooldowns for units. Units that cannot be replaced. This base goes down.
Nexus dies to adepts.
He's on one base.
He's on 22 mining workers right now. That's all he's got.
One base left. Neeb is one base away from killing this, from winning this game. Blink away, but we'll kill 2 more disruptors.
There he goes.
Kills the observer as well. We'll get this one. No, it is canceled.
We're getting close to Neeb just having enough to break the back here of trap 9 gateways.
He's got so many upgrades for these Zealots. He could just warp in Zealots to finish the game. The crowd cheering, chanting his name. They feel it's over. One more goes down. And here comes another one. A blink away. The second one, there's no blink. No blink. Oh! That should be it. That should be it. Neeb gonna lose a few disruptors. Might feel it's insignificant. 9 gateways about to finish. He has an economy. Trap does not. This is his last mining base.
He has one more he's trying to make. Is he going to go for it? No, not going to commit yet. He's going to warp in so many units, a bunch of stalkers and more disruptors. He's going to deny this other base here from Trap that he couldn't even mine from. He's going to have the probes.
He needs to cancel. He cannot lose this 400 minerals. He cannot lose it for free. He needs to cancel here.
Look at this.
Sniping some of these disruptors. No cancel. No cancel on this base.
Trap, I think he's completely fallen apart in this game.
He can't do anything.
He can't. Neeb is going to push forward. Here's the warp-in of Chargelets.
He can do 2 more warp-ins with all 9 gateways he just added with the economy he has right now.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that bank.
Oh, going to get another one off here. One more should be game. Will he do it? It looks like he will.
That's going to be
GG. Neeb is your KeSPA Cup 2016 champion, wins the Grand Finals 4-0, and is the first time ever foreigner to win a StarCraft 2 tournament in Korea. He wins the finals 4-0. He wins the 4th game behind half the game. He wins fights where he's got a 3rd, a 4th of the disruptor count of Trap. Still with a better control in every way, in every game. He made all the right choices. And now he holds the trophy.
Finally, he's got this trophy, and what a trophy it is, getting through some of the top players in the world right now in Korea. Finally gets to hold that trophy. He is your 2016 KeSPA Cup World Champion here. There you have it. Unbelievable. Here we stand. Here Neeb stands. He is your champion, gaining so many fans from tonight, especially in Korea. He outplayed every opponent and looked like the better player in every single game that he played. What a series and what a player, what a story we have here for the 2016 KeSPA Cup.
Incredible, incredible run by this player. I'm at a loss for words, Valdez. This is the best run we've ever seen from a foreigner in Korea, and he did it here. He's trained in Korea for a short period of time, but he's in that short period of time accomplished more than any other foreigner has in StarCraft 2 who've been here for longer than him, sometimes years at a time. The former Terran switched to Protoss, now holds the trophy tie at 18 years old. 16 years ago, the last time we had a foreigner win a Korean StarCraft tournament was Guillaume Patry. He was 2 years old at that time.
Yet here we stand. We've been down before, and we'll get up again.